experience, you know. It's like my body, like I was so immersed that I don't feel I myself exist except my thoughts. So I think this is super cool to express yourself in um, inside. Like you can, it feels like you let your imagination run wild. So I think this is a really good tools for like AR, VR, MR is a really good tools for people to experiment their either like art or animation or like some other cool stuff such as the um, um, uh, games or films, like some experiment stuff. Okay, so what is XR? XR is a term that encompasses VR, AR, MR, and everything in between. X is a standing for the unknown and therefore allows any like variables to replace it. It's from Charlie Fink's Metaverse. Okay, this book I have been introduced this book, a lot of great concept from this book in a lot of my shows in Extra Talk. If you are interested, you can check it out on my LinkedIn feed or my Facebook Hummingbird Stay, like the feeds from it. So you can check out some of the shows. Okay, so X means unknown variable. For example, like a space X. X means like anything unknown. So for me, XR. Okay, let's go to another slide. Okay, XR means including everything. It's like whatever reality. That's what I would say. So what's VR? VR is virtual reality. It's completely digital environment, fully enclosed, synthetic experience with no sense of the real world. So basically, I remember first time when I wear HTC Vive back in CES in 2016. I wore it and I was almost bumped into the wall. But when I approach the wall, then I can see the grid inside the headset. So when I wear it, I couldn't really see what's going on outside of the world. But I can so that's why I can totally immerse myself because my eye was being covered. And according to the research, 70% of your sensor is from your eyes. Like 70%, the way you perceive the outside world, 70% is through your eyes. So if you cover your eyes, basically 70% of you probably couldn't reach or feel 70% of the world. So so virtual reality is in Charlie Fink's Metaverse. He points out that it's like a ritual, you know, like back in the caveman's age. A lot of people kind of having like a religious ceremonies inside a cave. So why in the cave? Because it's like a cathedrals. You go inside a cathedral, so you immerse yourself with that feeling because you see like the decorations, everything looks so profound. You see like all the arts, so you can immerse yourself inside that types of feelings. So that's why virtual reality is create another environment for people to kind of like immerse themselves into types of situation. For example, like a religion ceremonies, or you wear a headset and play a game and totally forget about who you are in this world. You think you are a hero in the game. So virtual reality is basically teleporting you from the real world to another world. So it's teleportive. Okay, let's see. Another one is called augmented reality. It's called AR. What's AR? AR is the real world with digital information overlay on top of it. And you can see in AR, you can use phone and you can use smart glass. There are a lot of cool smart glasses right now. So, and AR, I've seen a lot of AR glasses in CES. It's really, really cool. And the AR is applied to automobile. It's like applied to cars. So this part will be more commercial and more educational, entertaining on top of the real world. So it's best for branding and marketing right now. Okay, so it means that real world remains central to the experience enhanced by virtual details. So augmented reality is like, imagine there's a big virtual cloud where and you can place 3D object and pointed X, Y, Z to the cloud. And when the cloud detected some markers, they will place the 3D model on top of it. So what's AR cloud? AR cloud is kind of like a lot of big companies, they are trying to create a virtual city on top of our reality, real city. So this is kind of like a 1x1 real size, but on top of it, it's full of information. So you can do like a multiplayers and interact in augmented reality, since it mixed with the reality and mixed with information. And I remember a few months ago, I heard the Magic Leap's conference, like the conference in Magic Leap. And I remember one of the speakers said that they are going to build different layers of information. For example, like inside AR cloud. For example, like entertainment, that can be one cloud. For example, like I live in LA, so it's like in LA city, you have different information. For example, like all the entertaining stuff, such as movie theater, like the information about different movies, release date, price, or like some TV shows, whatever information. It's laying inside one layers. It's called entertainment layers. Another one will be probably healthcare layers, where people put anything related to healthcare inside that layer. Probably there will be a lot of different layers, such as food layer or restaurant layers, or my personal layer, social media layers. Yeah, so when you use your phone or use your smartphone or use your smart glasses to see the world, you can probably tune to different layers, and you can see different information overlay on top of it. And each person can contribute different information on top of it. So this is increasing the speed while increasing people how immersive the information is. Now information is located in 3D area rather than a flat, like on the 2D screen or on the book. So yeah, this will make the information more tangible. So more intuitive. Yeah, okay. So let's see what's the merge reality. I thought it's called mixed reality, whatever. Okay, so mixed reality is real and virtual doing it at the same time. So in mixed reality, it's best known for Microsoft HoloLens and Magic Leap. Those two, if you happen to wear it, you can see like, oh, it can map. There are some it is similar to I think augmented reality. It has like another cloud where the computer can scan the floor, and with kind of like learning it, and kind of like the computer can scan the floor and start learning what's going on with the environment. After learning it, they will place in the kind of like a accurate way. For example, I remember there was a pretty cool game, like a detective game in Microsoft HoloLens. For example, like a detective wants to know who killed the person, and you play this inside your living room, and you want to find the clue. So in this game, if you have a coffee, the virtual coffee inside the game, right? Like this is like someone put like poison inside coffee, for example. And this coffee is so important that it must be placed inside your real room, your living room. However, how to do it? You cannot do in default, like place somewhere, because everyone's living room is different. So in Microsoft HoloLens, it scans the room and know where the mesh is, and then place the 3D coffee mug on top of the real mesh, so make it looks really real. For example, like the coffee 3D fake virtual coffee mug will be placed on your real table in your living room or under the sofa, like next to the sofa. It won't put like in a really weird place, such as on the air, or like in the middle of the sofa, or like just stuck in. It will be placed in kind of like a reasonable place. So mixed reality is a really interesting kind of area, because it mixed virtual reality, which mixed reality can create the virtual part of the world according to the machine learning about your environment. But it also you can also see through the environment from you. But as for, I think, Meta 2 and Microsoft HoloLens and Magic Leap, three of them, according to my knowledge, that Magic Leap has the wider screen, which is super small as well. So basically, it's just like those small, like super small. You can see through from it. When I first tried Magic Leap, I feel like the lighting is pretty good and it looks pretty good, but the thing is that the screen is a little too small for me. So sometimes when my eye rolling somewhere, and I will see, something being cut off. So the technology will always improve itself. But right now, augmented reality is pretty in, because it related to branding and marketing, and it's pretty much it's pretty easy to produce compared to virtual reality and mixed reality, because everyone has a phone in their hand. So it's so easy to produce some AR ads, and then use like, so the consumer can use their phone to scan, and finding is like having a little clue, and you scan something and you see like the surprise. So that's kind of the models for commercial and marketing. And once, for example, like if any company or stores, they have a virtual reality augmented reality, sorry, AR app. It's always featured in big media because it will go viral just because you release an AR app. So yeah, so it's a really good tool for people to advertising them because they have free PR, right? And so for example, like in back in my XR talk, I talked about a lot of AR apps such as Bookful. You open a book and scan it, and you can see all the crazy world coming out from the book. Or like Blimper, when you look through the phone, you can see all the information overlay around your environment. Or some other cool commercial app, such as Walmart. Walmart released the Christmas app. So if you are in store, you can pretty much play like the game, like throwing snowball to some cutie character or evil character, whatever. So I think AR app really helps promoting a brand by doing some super small game, interacting with the user or buyer. Also, augmented reality can be used in a lot of different areas, such as in IKEA, you can pretty much buy in the furniture without buying the wrong one and just return it. For example, if I'm in my living room, I can download IKEA app, and I can totally like measure my room, like kind of scan my room and place the 3D model on top of the room, inside the room, and see whether it fits or not. So this is a really, really easy to use app for people to kind of make life more easier. So there are so many usage or to use augmented reality. And virtual reality basically is more about gaming or therapy. For example, like some people, they got a lot of like a phobia, like afraid of something or something. So by immersing people inside a certain environment, they can get some therapies, to kind of help them improve their life. Also, in virtual reality, you can do a lot of cool, I would say, game therapy and some education. For example, like you can transport yourself to Egypt or to another museum and learn different stuff. Yeah. And in virtual reality, the quality is always higher than augmented reality because it's 3D, and then augmented reality, it's 2D and confined inside a 2D screen. So I would say that virtual reality is more immersive than augmented reality, that's for sure. And for mixed reality, what I say is that it's more for meetings. For example, like someone needs to fix an airplane in Japan, but the engineer is in America. So if the worker in Japan, they can wear mixed reality goggles such as Microsoft HoloLens. They can kind of sync up to America at the same time. And then the person can kind of like tell the worker in Japan how to fix the airplane just by using Microsoft HoloLens, like more collaborate, or like the meeting, for example, like a cross world meetings. Yeah, you can totally do that. Okay, so that's a mixed reality. Okay, VR. VR, virtual reality, an experience that requires a headset to completely replace a user's surrounding view with a simulated, immersive, and interactive virtual environment from Charlie Fink's Metaverse. Okay, so it's this book. Yeah, I read a lot, and I remember first time I read it, it's like, I would say around a year ago. And this time when I read it again, I feel like, oh, it's every time when I read it, I feel I learn different things. Yeah. Okay, so there are so many VR headsets. Which one is the best? Okay, so that's a question. I personally want to say that I like Vive the best because Vive is from Taiwan. Yeah, I'm from Taiwan. Okay, so that's one thing. But I remember first time when I was in VR LA, or I forget which event, but I tried Vive and Oculus first time, and I found Vive fits my face the best because I think probably invented by Asian people, so I have more flat face. So yeah, when I wear Vive, I feel like everything fits so well and I feel so comfortable. However, when I wear Oculus, I feel like they kind of make the nose part a little like hollow. So when I wear it, the Oculus has keep falling down because I don't know, maybe the shape of my face or something. Yeah, so I feel like if you are Asian, not racist, it's just because everyone looks different. But if you happen to have a face like me, more flat, not like a big, super big nose or something, I suggest you to wear HTC Vive. And if you happens to be have a super like high profile of your face, then I suggest you do Oculus, because I feel like Oculus, the shape, the shape for the face is more for people who has a bigger nose and like a different structure face. So yeah, so that's just my personal opinion, like my experience. And which one to go? Okay, so there are so many options and it depends on your budget. For example, like Google Daydream, you put like whatever phone, I think probably Android phone or like Google Pixel, you can slot the phone and you can see like VR stuff. Okay, so basically before a long time ago, I like those types of VR because it's so convenient. I only need to put my phone inside the slot. That's the best. But after doing the PC one, then like HTC Vive and Oculus, I love those two the kind of the most right now. To be honest with you, I think I haven't really tried PlayStation VR. I think PlayStation VR, Oculus, and Vive, those three are the best. I think they are the best VR headset. I think, yeah. So as for those price range, if you want to go cheaper, you can do like a Oculus Go. I had one Oculus Go, and it's pretty good because I don't have to sync in any PC. I can use my phone because I download like Oculus app, so I can kind of like sync into my Facebook and watch a show inside Oculus Go. But you need to charge, and there's like a battery or something. So I think Oculus Go is pretty good. And I'm looking for Oculus Quest because Oculus Quest it's cheaper and you don't need a PC to power it. And it seems like a pretty decent VR headset with a pretty good price. Yeah, and so I think I'm really looking for Oculus Quest. As for Oculus Rift and HTC Vive, I think HTC Vive is always slightly higher than Oculus. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but there are a lot of different opinions about those two. And as for HTC Vive, they have so many options this year on CES 2019. And the Oculus, they have, I think, only Oculus Quest. It's kind of like the big announcement for them. Okay, so, and I think after you play Oculus and HTC Vive, you kind of want to stay away from the phone VR, because you just think that is really lame. Because if you want to do something, adjust something, you probably need to take out your phone and press something and slot in. It's just so inconvenient. So I would totally suggest that. And I think HTC Vive, they just announced another new headset, which is called Vive Entrepreneur Focus, or Vive Focus. So let's take a look about what's the new VR headsets in CES 2019. Okay, so so Oculus Quest, it's $399. It will be released on spring 2019. Okay, so that's that, right? I think it looks pretty good. $399. It's a really, really good price compared to like $1,300, right? $1,300 is like super high end stuff, but $399, it's a pretty good price with what you get. It's like pretty premium. Without PC, you can operate on its own. It's a really, really good price with the design, everything. So I'm really looking for that, and I'm probably will buy it later. Yeah. Okay, so Oculus Quest. Let's see, it's like $399. 60 degrees of freedom. So basically, you can just like go all over, around, like up and down, right and left, and go not only this part, but also you can rotate. It's like six different rotate degrees. So it's pretty much fully immersive. Some of them is just like you can go right, left, up and down, but this one you can go kind of like that. Yeah, so you can get more freedom out of it. So, and touch controls, so you can kind of doing the controller, no PC, no wires, which is a really great feature because it's just so annoying to have a wire, and no external sensors. So you don't need to put like a base, but like, there are two boxes. If you want to play like HTC Vive, you need to put in, I don't know how many feet, like 5 feet, I forget, 10 feet. Like you need to place all those black boxes around the room in order to have to track your body movement. Okay, so let's see the trailer. Oh shit, just.
Whoa. There's a cherry down there. Nice grab. Nice. Cut up.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Forward down, forward wide.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, I'm back, everybody. Sit together, all right?
Whoa.
Okay, so this is Oculus Quest. Oh, okay. So let's see the really cool VR headsets in CES in 2019. Okay, first we can see it's VR Cosmos. Yeah, VR Cosmos is kind of like I would say a different, a really sleek design of the current Vive system. That's what I can say. And it's like you can flip up and flip down. So you can get, for example, if your phone ring, you can just like flip up and take your phone and flip down. And the design is really different from previous Vive system because you can see like before the Vive system, there are so many like sensors outside. Now you can only see only a few. So it looks like a pretty cute alien headset. Like, yeah. And you see like the controller looks pretty cool. So basically I think Vive Cosmos is more like a current Vive system with another cool design. That's my interpretation. Okay, and what's Vive Enterprise? Oh, it's called Vive Focus. Vive Focus is the only wireless for HTC Vive so far. So basically, you can pretty much play a lot of demos for Enterprise. Yeah, so this is probably like a similar to Oculus Quest, but I would say that I haven't tried those, so they are probably pretty cool in different ways, but they don't really need a PC. Okay, so that's the Vive Cosmos, Vive Pro, Vive Focus, and Vive Port. What's Vive Port? Vive Pro is a subscription options that you can access. For example, the Fast 500 VR app or some other subscription VR games, a lot of cool stuff. They pretty much put inside Vive Port. And if you have any Vive, HTC Vive headset, you can pretty much subscribe it and access it. Okay, let's see the website. Okay, so this is okay. Okay. So okay, so let's see. I need to share with you another. Yes, this one. Is this one? Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First, it's called Vive Cosmos. Vive Cosmos is I would say, those really different from the original Vive system. It's more sleek. It looks like someone wear a hat and having like two fingers, which is vibrate. Okay, so this is the first one. The second one, Vive is introducing the Vive Pro with the precise eye tracking. Okay, so this one is pretty cool because it basically track the thing that you are looking for. It's not like an AR glass because when I first see it, I thought that is the camera look outside. I think that is also a camera, but it's just the design purpose. But I would say that this is for when I see the VR world, I can use that and that can track my eye and know where my eye looking at in VR place. So yeah, so later on we can introduce that. And what's your Vive? Yeah, I think Vive is really good at producing different diversity, like different various products for people to choose which they want. Okay, so basically for Vive Cosmos, it's like you can get immersive experience. It's for sure. Okay, so crystal clear graphics. Yeah, it seems like the 3D experience or immersive VR experience will be cool. Okay, so let's see another one. Oh, the all-new Vive tracking system with wild and accurate tracking, gesture control, and 60 degrees of freedom. Head and control setup. Vive Cosmos promises a deep, engaging VR experience right out of the box. I mean, pretty much every VR headset has the same thing though. Easy hassle-free setup. Yeah, it looks so easy. You just wear it and kind of like fasten it with the, on the back there's a kind of wheel you can kind of tighten in. Okay, so new era of VR design. Every inch of Vive Cosmos was considered for comfort and convenience. From the first time you put it on, you feel it was built just for you. Woo. It's similar to Magic Leap because if you want to purchase Magic Leap, there are tons of things you need to do, and it's really customized. So yeah, you can try to purchase Magic Leap and see the experience. I would feel that it's totally customized. Okay, so this one is cool. So you see, you go up, go down. So basically, if you are playing VR game like this, yeah, you are playing VR game, when your phone rings, you take it out. Shit, sorry. Yeah, you can just like take it out like this, so you can see the world. Okay, so this is fit everything and a super cool controller, and it glows. Okay, so, and I think Vive Pro is pretty cool. Yeah, Vive Pro. I think Vive Pro Yeah. Okay. So basically, you can track your eye movement inside VR game. Okay. So yeah. So it's more, for example, like it's like what should I say? When you take a photo, when your camera is focusing on certain area, those areas will be clear. Outside of it will be blurred. So this can create an illusion and fake the effect from your eyes, mimic from your eyes. So this is the same tricks for eye tracking. It's like, okay, so I know exact where your eye is moving, then I can fake the effect so you can feel more real, right? Yeah. Lifelike avatars. Yeah, right. So like a high-res audio, yeah, and more like eye tracking. So yeah, like wireless situation. Oh, later on we are going to talk about like a Vive port. Vive port is cool. Okay, so yeah, I mean, long time ago I remember like a Vive HTC Vive low systems is like 800 something or 900 something. Right now it becomes $499. Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's talk about Vive Focus. Vive Focus, I think it's cool because it's probably the first wireless HTC Vive. Yeah, and it's more for like demonstration and 660 OF, and yeah, and you can totally do the demonstration for the clients. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's talk about Viveport. Viveport is kind of a subscription system where you can see all your VR movies, play VR games, enjoy all the new VR stuff with the subscription plan. Yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty big, you can see like more than 500 cool apps just in there. So that's a really cool system. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so second field. Let's talk about how I can get in extra field. Okay, so this is my personal suggestion. Okay, so if you really love doing something, then you will keep doing it. All the I would say all the stuff that is just for paying your bills. That's my suggestion. So if you are really interested in getting in, you will get in eventually if you are keeping working on it. There is nothing impossible, because I know people will tell you, hey, you are not in that field, you can never get in because you don't have the experience or you don't have the skill. I would say, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't agree with that. Anyone can learn anything anytime. So if people tell you that, you just think that, okay, thank you, and just don't listen to it. Yeah, that's my suggestion. Okay, so how can I get in? It's pretty easy. My background is graphic designer. Okay, so I can give designers more advice more than any fields. Okay, so designer, you can do storyboarding or more like a mock-up for the real app. For example, UX UI, you can totally do it. Yeah. So this is more storyboarding structure or art direction for the XR, like AR, VR, MR. Yeah, before I was doing more like a mock-up AR stuff in augmented reality agency called Augmentedly. So yeah, I think if you are a designer, you can totally do all the visual or mock-up for AR design. Another one is idea. Yeah, you can come up with cool ideas and mock it up really fast in Photoshop. That's your strength. Because a lot of people, they couldn't visualize stuff, so people won't understand. They can draw like sticky fingers or something. Sticky figures. So, I mean, I would say that there are a lot of strengths for designers to use in XR. And you can totally do UI interface for sure for XR design. Yeah. And if you want to make an app like AR app, VR app, or MR app, you can totally go online and learn everything online on YouTube, or subscribe like a Pluralsight or Lynda.com, Udemy. There are a bunch of cool websites out there. So you can totally knock it out within less than a year. You can pretty much knock everything out. Right now, personally, I'm learning Maya. I want to build 3D models from scratch. That's my goal. Okay, if you can do 3D model, you can do 3D model character, 3D model environment, 3D model, 3D animation, 3D textures for XR. Yeah. So if you happen to be a 3D modeler, then you have the strength, because everything in XR is made of 3D. Yeah, even AR is like you put 3D object inside a reality. That's AR. So you can totally knock out everything by just doing your 3D model. So I think a 3D modeler has the strength to do that. Okay, programmer. Yeah, I mean, programmer, come on, it's an essential part of XR, because you need to do a lot of programming to make sure the app is doing right. So either in Unity or Unreal, you need to, or some other game software, you need to use little bit coding or a lot of coding to make cool effect happen. But if you don't have any coding experience, it's totally fine because you can always go online, watch tutorials, and copy and paste other people's code, and which is cool as well. So I would say that in XR, nothing is impossible. As long as you want to learn, you can always be there. Okay, filmmaker. Filmmaker, you can take your camera or 360 camera and start making films in XR, or you can do the directing because it's all about storytelling. So in 360, so you have a lot of strengths of storytelling, or you can even write scripts for the story. Yeah. So basically, what I list out here, those are just the typical people who want to jump into XR field. But there will be more like doctors or pilots or retail store or real estate or agent or whatever insurance company. A lot of different fields will join in. I would say that XR is a media allows people to collaborate together. So I would say everyone can jump in. Those are just like the people who would likely to work on that just for working purpose or because of the industry upgrades. Those types of people will be first adapt to XR knowledge. Okay, actor, actress. They can pretty much use mocap or facial captures. You see, like you can put a lot of different registration dots on your face and start acting. So those like actor, actress that can totally act out inside 3D or inside XR and links to the avatars. So yeah, so that's another way of working inside XR fields. And musician can make a lot of cool music for XR because every 360 video or every games needs some music or it will look super dry. Okay, and more. Personally, I think that XR is a new industry. Everyone can jump in anytime in any field. That's what I believe. Like Elon Musk, he can do PayPal first. Yeah. And then I don't believe he has any experience of any transition, like a money transition, but he can do it. He just self-learning. And then he jumped to Tesla and he jumped to a SpaceX, and he has like a boring company and a Neuralink on the side. And before I heard that he wants to open a candy store. So I mean, anyone can do anything. Don't limit yourself. You can, if you want to learn it, you can always knock it out. So no worries. 3D model within 1 or 2 months. If you spend 1 or 2 hours every day, after I would say 3 months, you can pretty much make a nice, decent 3D model with nice texture, UV texture, and rig the basic animation. I believe that. So yeah, I believe anyone can do anything. Yeah, for me, I learned AR, how to make an AR app within 1 week. After, I think 1 to 2 weeks, I would say that just for safe. Yeah, so yeah, and every week I kind of want to make things happen. So I wrap it up fast and I go online and purchase all the Udemy class and start learning how to code and learning like a AR app. And now I develop probably more than 10. I know that's not the best app you will see, but I can do simple AR app. So maybe in the future, I can show some demos of how to make AR app from graphic designer or UX UI designer from the art perspective. Yeah, so yeah, if you are a developer, just don't take it too seriously. You will see I mess up a lot of code. It works, but it's not professional. But I know that maybe start taking things, put it together is where the creative start, where the creativity starts. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. Okay. So let's stop sharing. Okay. So yeah, today is just it is just me. So I just want to test it out, all the video recording and meeting stuff. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave any messages under any comments under no under. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.